Great morning, holy brothers and sisters! It is the 5th of ELUL. In the Kitzur Likutei Moharan, today's lesson will be called Supportive Speech, teaching number 44. When a person falls from faith, God forbid, the advice for him is that he should speak words of faith with his mouth. In other words, he should utter a full verbal proclamation of faith that he believes. For the very fact that he speaks words of faith with his mouth is an aspect of faith. What is more, through this verbal proclamation he will thereby merit to attain complete faith, for faith is dependent on one's person's mouth, and it is necessary to articulate one's faith verbally, as it is written, I will make your faith known with my mouth. Psalms 89:2. The more we express something, the more real it becomes. For this same reason, a person must be very careful never to utter words of heresy or unbelief with his mouth, God forbid, even in mockery. In other words, even if his heart he truly believes that he's only speaking these words of heresy and unbelief in someone else's name, and he is mocking them, nonetheless it is strictly forbidden to do so because it damages his own faith. For it is forbidden to make jokes about God, even in jest. A person must also be extremely careful never to look at all into books that speak about philosophical investigations because they badly damage and taint holy faith. This admonition has already been stated, but it must be repeated time and time again so that a person will not lose his entire world, his world to come, in a moment, God forbid. Try not to utter anything which is not positive. That is why we commonly refer to opposing forces as the sitra achra, or the other side. A person must also stay very far away from overly complex thinking in the service of God itself. This refers to the way that some people think and measure and check with exaggerated fastidiousness whether they are properly discharging their religious obligations, and they go about looking for unnecessary stringencies. This sort of overly complex thinking is extremely detrimental to one's service of God, and all these things are nothing but vain distractions and groundless delusions sent by the evil one to get a person to abandon the service of God. For the Holy One, blessed be He, does not rule over His creations like a tyrant, Avodah Zarah 3b. And about these people it is taught, live by them, Leviticus 18:5. Do not die by them, Yuma 85b. Since people who serve God like this have no vitality from their devotions and from their mitzvahs that they perform due to their unnecessary stringencies and their depression, the greatest wisdom is not to be wise at all, just to serve God with simplicity and straightforwardness, since what God really wants is this in his heart. Hashem desires honesty, truth, simplicity, and love. Do not make things unnecessarily complicated. Kiss. Keep it simple, silly. As always, thank you so much for learning together. If you enjoyed this lesson, please remember to like, comment, share, and borrow. And please God, we'll learn again tomorrow.